Alright, so if anyone's trying to follow along, we started at Rapier's Cay, we went to Crescent Isle, back to Rapier's Cay, head over to Sanctuary Outpost. Sanctuary Outpost takes us to Lonely Isle. Lonely Isle takes us to Hidden Spring Keep. Hidden Spring Keep takes us to Lone Cove. And that's going to be the end. But if you want to be sure to turn it in. What's going on, guys? Jurassic here. Today we're playing Sea of Thieves. We are going over the Hoarders hunt for Puzzle Quest 1. Just so you guys know, I am not the founder of the answer. However, I will show you guys the exact answer that we need to do to complete the next puzzle piece. So you want to scroll down here, you'll see Puzzles and Voyages. You are going to have to opt into it. But for Puzzle 1, Skin of Gold, you click on Solve the Puzzle. There is going to be a riddle here. I'm going to spare reading the riddle and just get straight to the answer key. I will post a link on how they did discover the answer. However, once again, I am not the founder of the answer. In case anyone is having a hard time understanding me, the answer key is 0UTC45T, or Outcast. So, once again, the answer will be linked in the description down below. However, all you have to do is copy it, enter in the code, click on Submit, and you've solved the puzzle. Now sail on the voyage. With the puzzle solved, you can jump straight into Sea of Thieves and claim the voyage from Larina. Complete the voyage to end this stage of the mystery. We are going to be going over that entire voyage. Alright, so once you put the code into the website, come over here, speak to Larina. She'll say, I hear there's something going on with the gold hoarders, give you a little bit of a breakdown, but it doesn't actually do anything. You have to head into her stock. There is going to be an area that's going to be locked off, and the hunt for the plated silver key now begins with 100% free gold.
Come back.
Alright, so now you got the quest. You have to go back to your ship and vote on it. Come over to the table, put it down, and make sure you vote on it. The hunt for the plated silver begins. Okay, so it looks like it's just going to be a regular treasure hunt map. Alright, so first up on our list is going to be Rapier Cay. Alright, so first on our list is going to be Rapier's Cay. Well, in traditional Sea of Thieves fashion, we have now sailed into a gigantic storm. But the island is straight ahead. This is a pretty small island, so there shouldn't be much to find. Just watch out for lightning strikes. Alright, so we do have a little bit of crabs and stuff like that to fight on this island. But good news is, it should be just right here at the tip, so we might be able to completely avoid him. Not sure how deep any of this treasure is going to actually be. Alright, so our first piece of the puzzle is going to be found right here. Right next to this big gigantic plant, just in case it is the same island for you, in the same location. I highly doubt it though. You know the golden rule. Whoever has the gold makes the rules. It's for the plated silver key. If found, please return. If you can work out who I am. Many pirates know these isles, yet many more do not. So when it comes to choosing a nicely hidden spot, you cannot seek a large landmark to merely guide your hand. Instead, you need to sail and plant your feet upon the sand. No names are given. Use your eyes. And these locals you'll see. Details matter more than any legend does to me. Where to first? In this, you must consult the chart. Nicely curved, this island is. A cave dead at its heart. To sail there, you will need a grid reference to start. So 10 or 11 squares west from the center isle is. North to south. It's 2 squares below a shop, but also 2 squares above a fortress. Seek outside some ivy forked atop an entrance to this cave. Above that, a grassy stone, a fern marks the clue's grave. Dig a hole, unearth a hidden clue. We'll help you find destinations new. Alright, so for us, it appears that the answer is going to be Crescent Isle. It's going to be 2 spaces above the Crown Fortress, and 2 spaces below the Plenty of Spoils of Plenty store. Alright, so onto the island above the cave, we should see an ivory forked atop the entrance to this cave. So, use our spyglass. It is nighttime, sorry about that. I do see some flowers up here, so we're going to start with right around there. Alright, so we are directly above the cave entrance. There is 1 fern on this small patch, so we're going to try to dig here and get our second page. For some reason, the game will show that you have a page, but you have to dig a little bit longer and actually pick it up. Now, we have completed the first part. Chapter 2. Along the beach below, I look for the lights of green and blue. Here I go, aboard a type of deck that will not pitch nor skew. At the end of this are rugs, out to the sea that point the way. By day I spy a wood of 3 plus 1 far away. I sail and find some wooden drums that never played a beat. I want the group with rocks, not metal at its fate. On a stony step, turn your back on those drums to unlock the secrets of a mass that spied which never leaves the dock. I sailed and sought the so-called ruler there, enjoying them under the canvas fair. Facing the stairs I spied between the 2 torches, and small poles across the sea, surrounded by 3 larger rocks on the horizon trees. Sailed to this small beach. One's the easiest by far, for under the leaves you'll find a fallen star. This is the place so to dig, right where you are. Alright, so underneath the island that we originally started at, if you come over here, there's going to be some bluish glowing cave mushrooms. They might have a little bit of a green hue to them. If you go all the way through the cave into the very exit, you're going to notice that there's going to be 4 barrels here. Alright, so over at the end of the cave, you're going to see a rung, which is basically just a step on a stairs. And spying through here, we do see one small island that has 3 trees plus 1 regrouped together and 1 off to the side here. So we're going to assume that we have to sail across the ocean, get to that island, and find our next clue. On our island, there's going to be these drums found right in the middle. This is our starting island. Once again, not sure if it's going to be the exact same for your quest or not. From the barrels, if you step on top of the rocks, like in the riddle here, and spy through, you're going to be seeing a mast that never actually moved. I sailed and sought the so-called ruler there and joined them under the canvas. So the sovereign area is going to be the one right in front of us, so we're assuming that we're supposed to be going there. Face the stairs that I spied between the 2 torches, so on the island there should be 2 torches. Surrounded by 3 larger sea rocks on the horizon and trees. So it seems like this quest line is pretty straightforward. You basically get to one place, you spy, following the clues onto the next island, and all of them are going to be relatively close together, or else you wouldn't be able to see them. So that's good news. It's not like you're sailing across the map entirely. Alright, so over in the sovereign area, you'll see this mast right here. Now, if you look over towards the stairs, there's going to be 2 pillars, and directly across from there, you will see another island with a good bit of trees. That is going to be our next destination on our shots. Alright, well, on this island, the fallen star is going to be a lantern. Makes sense, because it does shine. I will show you exactly which island we went to here in a second. Alright, so if you guys are following along, we started at Rapier Cay, and we went to Crescent Isle, we went back to Rapier Cay, we went over to Sanctuary Outpost, and it took us all the way over to Lonely Isle. And that is going to take us to the final chapter of this quest. At the opposite tip, I see a line of sea rocks lies. From the largest to smallest, go left and spy a small tower rise. Now sail to this isle and let it sit before peaks of mighty size. This rock place you've sailed to provides the next backdrop. Go within the big tower, find the ship's wooden point, and follow the top. Where it passes through the wooden wall, a dead star it sits. Locate a crosspiece that points down, faces your next date with fate. Sail to the land, along the beach, find the path you from sand to stone. Marked by 2 torches, head up to where a 3rd one stands alone. From the stone beside it, 6 paces leads towards the largest rock. To its right, 2 wooden structures in a row are locked. Stand between, and take 2 north as noon. There's another right of 6 o'clock. Pass through this arch, and doom of rock that points to the sky you'll see. Flying to that point, look north and identify the tallest tree. Under the bower's branches lies the last leg of this quest. The root of the tree, dig to unearth the glorious first chest. Alright, so the opposite end of the tip, he sees a line of rocks, so we got the smallest, the biggest over here right in front of us. And if we look a little bit over here to the left, we are going to see a island with a fort in the very front of it. So we're going to head there next. Alright, so now that we're back in rendering distance, everything loaded in. So let's go and see what the next part on this island has for us. Rocky place where we sailed the previous backstop. Go within the big tower, which will be right there at the very top of the hill, where it passes through the wooden wall and a dead star sits. Locate a cross piece that points down and faces your next date with fate. Alright, so now that we made it on the inside, go within the big tower and find a ship's wooden point, which will be right here in the very center. And it says follow it up to the top, where it passes through the wooden wall and a dead star sits. Alright, so up at the very top, there's going to be a dead lantern here with a skull next to it. There's going to be the archway and a crosswind pointing next to the next island that we are going to, which will be found straight ahead. And if you guys are curious what the compass reading is, it is going to be northwest of the current island that we are in, Hidden Keep. Northwest of Hidden Keep is going to be Lone Cove, so that should be where the tall tree is, where we have to dig from. Alright, so once again, we are on Lone Cove. On the east side of the island, there's going to be 2 torches found. We head over to our book. You'll notice that over here on the left side, it says marked by 2 torches, head up, and a 3rd one will sit alone. So we'll go all the way up to the very top of this little hill here. Find the 3rd torch. From the stone beside it, 6 paces leads towards the largest rock. Alright, so at the torch, 6 paces will put you at this rock right here. You'll notice there's going to be a big rock right in front of us, which is going to be the largest rock. And a little bit to the right, there's going to be 2 wooden structures, which is going to be found all the way down here. Once you cross through the 2 wooden structures, stand between them taking north as noon, and there's another to the right of 6 o'clock. Alright, so standing in between the 2 big structures, you want to look towards north. North is going to be 12 o'clock. And if you head all the way back to 6 o'clock, you're going to see this big gigantic rock with a 3rd wooden structure over there in the backside on the south end. Pass through this arch and down the rock that points to the sky, you'll see. So we got a rock pointing to the sky over right in front of us, so just follow this one path, which is basically going to be the highest point of the island, and look for the tallest tree on the island as well. Alright, from here, look north. Pretty obvious which tree it is from here, actually. It's going to be the one found right there, the nice, skinny, tall one. It's going to be next to the barrels and a little camp up at the very top. The tree has a pretty unique shape, and if you look around, there's basically going to be little hammocks and everything around here as well. Right underneath the tree, all you have to do is pull out your shovel and get to digging. You will find the first chest, which includes the key to solve the puzzle. Now, you automatically get 5,000 gold, but you can also turn the key into Larina for a little bit extra. We got 2 relics and the plated silver key. You do want to make sure you turn it in so you get credit on the Sea of Thieves website. Alright, so if anyone's trying to follow along, we started at Rapier Cay, we went to Crescent Isle, back to Rapier Cay, head over to Sanctuary Outpost. Sanctuary Outpost takes us to Lonely Isle. Lonely Isle takes us to Hidden Spring Keep. Hidden Spring Keep takes us to Lone Cove, and that's going to be the end. But if you want to be sure to turn it in, but the closest outpost is going to be Sanctuary's Outpost to the southwest. Alright, so once you get to an outpost, you hand in the key to the gold hoarders, and they are going to put it in one of the 3 spots for the chest. And you'll get an additional 1,400 gold. Make sure to check on SeaofThieves.com to make sure that counted for your mission goals.